action pets and gaming.
Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, laid back. No stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, throwing parts. Crafting all night, all night. Get ready to build, get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, no stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right.
Well, good morning and greetings to all of you travelers and, of course, all you builders out there. It's me, Kevin C, here yet again at Action Pants Gaming with another Monday morning build and chill. Which means it's a Monday, hence the title. But we know Mondays are, well, it's a Monday. They never seem to be good for most people for some reason, you know. I hate Mondays, that sort of thing. But we're here and we're gonna try and have some fun. We're gonna get frustrated because we're building. But, you know, it's No Man's Sky and we love it. We love being here. And we appreciate everybody who shows up here. So as I said, it is Monday and we are 7/7/25 today. And I got 10 a.m. exactly. Well, probably a few seconds after. But I do know some of you are still sitting there in the past, and somehow some of you are out there in the future. But whatever present you happen to be in, as you're watching this, I do hope it's going good. Alrighty. We've got Atlas Galacticus. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. How you doing today? A Monkey Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this a little bit, and then I'm gonna go into my city for a little while, and kind of do the same thing, unfortunately. But you know, hopefully with a little bit of change. Now, the issue I am having with this is because we went slightly larger than normal, and because of that, everything I did on the last one, the sizing is different. Since the building scale is different. So I'm having some trouble trying to do what I did before. But hopefully we'll figure it out, and you know, we'll finish up this building here, or at least we'll get close. I did a little work on it last night, not a whole lot, but I did do a little bit. Well, of course. But we'll see where we get on it. Hey, Keone, welcome. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna need a landing pad. Damn, look at the size of this one. Ooh, doggy. It's gigantic. Okay, I'm curious. I'm very curious. Let's see what this does. It's going to be crazy, but I am very, very, very curious on what's going to happen with this. Looking for there we go. I'm not going to find a flat spot. I'm like, where's a flat spot? No, if I put it there, I can reload. Alright, you know what? We're going to drop it on the ground. It's crooked, Okay. I really want to see. Whoa. Yeah, that's a no joke. Yeah, I need to learn how to do that for the city. Alright, I got to learn the base computer trick. Jeez Louise. Ginormity. It's like finding a... Whoa. Look at the size of that thing. But I mean, it is crooked, but wow. Yeah, I need to figure out that base computer trick. Okay, let's get back to work on this thing. Wonder if I can mix and match. Probably not. What are you gonna say? Yeah, maybe. I might be able to. Okay. I was thinking, can I mix and match the bits that I've been doing here? I know I'm gonna have to turn things around and whatnot, but it's a little snap problems. Alright, if I do that, that's going to turn inwards, look a little funky. Sure, I'm 100% with that one. But yeah, it's been a little difficult to do this at this scale. Yeah, we can save the party too there. Just wanted to complete the part. Alright, let's see what we can get rolling here. Yeah, I've had a bit of a complication with trying to really make this look proper. I'm gonna end up eating up more parts than I want to, but 'tis unfortunately the way with this particular design. I've been trying to kind of redesign some of it to make it work with less parts, although I like the appearance of these short walls. I like the texture on it. I wish they made a full-length one that was, you know, we had one with the cool light on it, you know, the light bar, and then one without. But they went very drastically different on the two. I mean, don't don't get it twisted. I like the other one quite a bit. No. And yes, if that makes any sense, but basically no. Like the other day, and I'll actually, because we're going to go into the city at some point today, so, yesterday I noticed something with the, hey, it's the legendaries. Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's doing well today. I am still in discomfort on my hernia area. I have not been feeling myself lately, for a number of reasons, stress and whatnot as well. But yeah, I don't normally go to doctors and whatnot because, well, I haven't had insurance until recently, so, but I have a couple of doctor appointments coming up because of the hernia area discomfort, and I also don't have a, what do they call it, a primary care. So I gotta go do that, and hopefully the hernia thing isn't messed up, since my job does require bending, twisting, lifting, and all that. But hopefully soon I will have a different job, although at my age, a little bit harder to find employment. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, thankfully, you know, I had the mesh done, orthoscopically. So, you know, the recovery time was a little better from what my understanding is on that. But recently I felt a weird disturbance in the force. And ever since it's been kind of agitated, and I've also been more tired these days. I don't know what the heck's going on with me. Which could be caused by stress. At least I hope that's what it is. But enough about that. Well, honestly, Keone, I'm hoping that it's something that's going to keep me out of my horrible job for some time. And that they'll have to pay me to be out because it was caused at the job. Good morning, Grammy. How you doing today? Obviously, you know, I don't want to blah, blah, blah the company because, whatever, but when it's caused by that, then you know what? You know what I'm saying. I just, I've never worked in an environment as hostile as this one. Granted, I was my own boss for a number of years, for the most part. That doesn't quite do it, does it? No, down there. Yeah, see, this is where I'm kind of struggling with this one. A little too close to this, which doesn't allow you to get around it. Alright, never mind on that idea. Alright, thought maybe I could put a support pillar there, but it kind of interrupts that other bit, so we'll just keep this the way it is. Now some of these I had to kind of finagle in because, again, the scale is different. So with that, you know, your average part size, which I need to be a snappable thing, is not. So. Not until now. Alright, we'll do something with that. Hold on. How do I fix this problem? Darn it. This is what I mean. Like, you know, I'm having, like, the scale in proportion to the scale of this is not the same. So, you know, things are not lining up like I had them before. To do a adjustment, staying I'm exactly what it told me to be at for my settings, and it's saying the encoding is too high, so I don't know what's going on. But we've been having some issues lately with YouTube, but then again I hear a lot of people have been. Excuse me, jeez, nice. Yeah, see, normally I'd be able to, yeah, if this weren't as scaled up, I could do something with that. I just don't want to, you know, I mean, ER's stuff is so awesome. You know, I want to at least try to get close to as cool as, you know, what he's got going on right now. Double tap tap. What's going on? Flurba durba durba. I mean, we're not horrible yet, but it's not quite where I want it to be. Oh, well, that is Lux on YouTube, Spotify, Bandcamp, like everywhere. See, but this doesn't look right either, the way it just kind of cuts through this, and that's part of the, that's part of the actual thing. I do have a link in the description if you want to check them out. Like, Lux is really great. Excuse me, I gotta go turn my AC on. Very Blade Runner Vangelis. Yeah, some great stuff. I'd like to play some of their other stuff. I just gotta make sure I don't get the old copyrighty thing. I asked for permission to play this one, and they were very kind. Allowed me to use this just by telling people. Obviously I had to do the whole link bit as well. What I'm doing now, just trying to hide that bit of inconsistency here. Yeah, it definitely good for napping. I will attest to that. Oh, double tap, no worries. Thank you for stopping in. I hope your workday goes by quickly with little to no aggravation. But sometimes you gotta kind of do what I'm doing here. Not always ideal. Sometimes you kind of have to find a way to hide things. And sometimes that means a manual placement. And again, not what I would consider ideal, but sometimes you gotta make an adjustment. Yep. Yeah. I gotta go back to work this week, and then I don't get to see the surgeon until a bit later. Going to be a long week. I'm not looking forward to it on any level. Not one bit. We could probably get away with that. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go turn on my AC. It's getting too warm in my room. All right, you know, hate when it's like this because I'm like yes and no. You know, we've got some good bits here, we've got some other bits I'm not. All right, why is my controller keep being a pain in the butt? Like I haven't touched a single button here, and all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna work right now. mean, we could try to do what I've been doing with that there. It's gonna necessarily do what I want it to do. And I would like this to go around, but if we do, yeah, I'm not 100% certain on this one. Once you get these scaled up, it becomes more difficult to line things up. Although, I know me, sometimes it's just because I was randomly doing something last time and it happened to work, you know? And now I'm attempting a whole different thing. I'm trying to reproduce something which you know I normally don't do. Alright, we're gonna have to figure that out, because that is not really what I need. And we need more balcony, but then that becomes a problem. Because this doesn't... Alright, let's go take a look at the other one. Probably gonna have to do some terrain alteration here. Hardicus, how you doing? Good to see you. I may have to start this over. I hate to admit it, but I might have to. Damn it. I need to have ER take a look at it and tell me what he thinks it needs. Because right now, I am not at all pleased with this. I mean, you know, again, I like the concept. We've done it already, but I don't like the way it is looking at the moment. I don't know if there's something I can do about that yet. Alright, let's bring this thing. Where's your center? Should be here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, the textures are kind of working, you know. And I'm just going to bring this around and see what it does. The colors have been weird. Like, it's very strange. The light boxes, light panels, and we'll get into that in a minute when I head back to the other R&D. I'm just not... You know what? This is what I need to do. I need to take these, put these where I want them. Alright, that's kind of what I thought I'm going to need to do. I wonder how big the wall gets on that one. Hold on, I'm going to try this. Ginormous. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Actually, kind of what I wanted to do. I just don't want to have that. You know what? I don't want to rip the windows out like we did last time. We're like, ah, there goes all that work. Because idiot me forgot to save. I'm almost debating on tearing this one out, putting that gigantic one in. But Look at the side of that wall. Takes a frickin' couple of seconds to render, but hey. And this is what I'm curious about. Okay, so here always lies the problem with like scaling things up to this size. Is good luck trying to see where you're going to put it. You can't see diddly. I'm curious if this is going to snap like it normally does. I don't think so at this size, but I think once you get past here, the snap point is like goodbye. Normally on this you can snap a floor panel to a scaled wall, but in this instance, not so much. That's kind of what I thought. I'm going to go down another bit. Go to that scale there. If this will take. Nay. Lining things up is always a chore. Sometimes it's just a little experimenting and seeing what happens, you know. Sometimes you gotta try some craziness even if it doesn't work. So sometimes when the craziness works, you get kaleidoscopes. Can line it up perfectly. Boom. Now again, I'm just noodling here. No intention of keeping this, as far as I know, anyway. Whoa. Damn. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I'm going to delete it and then we're going to have to reload, but... Yep. I had a feeling I was going to grip everything. Yeah, exactly, legend. It's the base computer scale hack, which ER hooked me up with a couple of wires so I could make a larger version of this tower. Man, I'm going to be here for freaking centuries trying to get this to look good. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. I didn't plan on this. All I cared about was getting to hang out with ER again. I'm like, I'll come up with something eventually. Just stoked to be working with ER on some level again. We're going to have to cut that. Yep, we are. We're going to cut that mountain out. We're going to have to flatten that out a bit. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, but for these things, I think it's pretty cool. I may have to find a tutorial on the base computer hack. Because that would be interesting to do in the city. Where do I go here? No reason. Alright, let's grab another one of these over here. Ooh. Do I have one in between those two? Did he give me one that's in between those two? I think potentially. Yes. That one. Okay. ER Burrows, if you don't, get on it. I've been hanging with ER off and on since I learned how to glitch build. Oh, idiot. This is why I wanted to bring that there. ER does some of the coolest builds in my mind. They're always appropriate for the area. They're always really good. They're good. Alright. So, I started this building, but I think what I need to do is I need to tear this out. And I need to approach this in a very different way. I may keep it and try and work with it, but I think I need to tear it out. I need to approach this build in a very different manner than I normally do. I think that is what's going to happen, unfortunately. I'm not stoked about it, but it may need to be. All right, let's try putting some balconies. Kind of, yeah, part of me wants to, part of me doesn't. All right, we're gonna save. And we're gonna come back here in a minute or two. Now, if we... So, ER's build is over here. And I probably still can't get to the teleporter. And I hate from distance we can't see, although it matches the cones in the back. But the antenna... Well, I got the idea from Galactus Simulacrum. And then I just kind of changed it. You know, I added my twist to it. His was a little bit different. I need to find that. So what I'm doing here is ER is going to add to the other end of his, and then I'm adding oh, I can actually get to it now. All right, perfect. Here we go. This is ER's amazing ass build, and now it's actually loading the way it's supposed to. This wasn't here before. I'm sure we will still have some odd issues, but are these scaled? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I can. Yes, they are. Otherwise, they would be snapped in place. And I need to figure out how to add these into my build as well. Yeah, those are scaled. Yeah, this build is sick. That's odd. Yeah, we got some flashy bits. It definitely, at least I'm getting through, like these are connecting the way they're supposed to. The freighter parts are actually connecting the way they're supposed to. The old ER overhead light, I love that. It's one of my favorite old school techniques. Although now we can scale it, which is very different than before. So, all right, good. This is what I wanted to check on. ER is like, I'd like to be able to see it through these windows. So I need to kind of gauge what we're looking at by coming into ER's build. And yeah, this thing is sick. I love this build. Probably one of my new favorites. Although pretty much every build he builds, I'm like, this is my new favorite. And then he builds something else. This is my new favorite. Sneak peek right here. I just gotta find this next stairway down. Yeah, that's what we're kind of attempting here. We're like, so I'm doing partially outside a cave, then going into a cave. ER's is primarily in the cave. want to. Damn it. Damn you, ER. You already took my idea. I was thinking Planet Express the other day, and I was like, ooh, I could make something cool like that. Well, actually, it'll be good if I do a little bit of, because we'll have some consistency, you know. Love this sign. It's a great new sign. There's a bunch of scaled items in here, which is, you know, it helps to, you know, cut down on your part count. I got to figure out how to do that after this. Ooh, that doesn't look like it should be there. Right? Looks like it should be a stairway. And this is what I'm telling you, like, right now the render is kind of funky. Alright. My goal was to make sure we could see what I'm building through the window, because that's what he had asked for. So I just want to be able to, you know, so when you're looking out, you can see it through the window. I love this. I'm going to have to nab this idea as well. But yes, so we can see that right there. Now I just got to kind of finagle with it. And because I don't know how the hell to get out of here, I'm just going to put my wrist up. Nope, that is a scaled door turned sideways. That's pretty much what that is. Do I have that down there? I do. We don't need all of this here now. At least not for the time being. Although I am going to keep one because that is actually scaled. Oh, scaled to it. You know what? I'm not fighting you. Of course. If you scale it, then your character can get through it. Right? Alright. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to mode select. Yes. No. Oh. I didn't need to go to mode select. I just need to get out of there. So, basically, what that is, like, see how this just kind of fits better here on this scaled one? This is like, you know, what we can scale it to normally. I think we have just too much extra space. And where all the other bits are sitting, it's not the same on that, you know, I almost feel like I need to go, like, but it's not going to work in that area. It just fits better on this scale. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so that door if you although that might be like base computer wire scale there. It may be bigger than what I can do normally here, so we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I think it is a base computer wire. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. What the? I mean, it'd be cool if they had a sideways door like that, you know. For doing garages and the like. And then you would just take that. You know, and then you got yourself sort of a nice sideways door. You know, you could replace it with whatever you want, you know. It's pretty neaty-keeny, though. You know, a little finagling here and there, but yeah, that's essentially what that is. Ooh. Just something about the scale that works for this. I'm not sure if I can make that work with the other. Not 100%. Not sorted. All right. Now, in terms of the lighting, if you take a look here, I don't want to call it fixed. I want to call it different. But if we take a look at this and we start to change, one, we can see these like round bits in here, which become more evident as we go through. So and we see that the snap point is not on as it was, but see, that's black. That is technically lit. Some of the colors don't. No, actually, it's better like that. It's just different. There's something different about it. Like that's red. And that is technically lit. Although it seems brighter when it is not lit. So, your guess is as good as mine. So this is lit. And non-lit. So, is it fixed? No. Is it interesting? Sure. Is it going to stay like this? There's another experimental patch coming out. I have not seen, and actually I'm going to check in a minute, just because now I've thought about it and I'm curious. And then the light floors, very similar in that aspect of that's red. Again, I don't feel they're fixed. So the one that is not plugged in, I wonder something. Where's my base computer? Wonder if that's causing a problem. Let's take a look at something here. Although it shouldn't be an issue. What? Those were red when we left, correct? All right, let's go back and turn it on and see what happens. mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain those were red. All right, let's, yeah, they were. Okay, so, all right, funkiness. So yeah, answer to the question, lighting fixed. Short answer, no. Unfortunately not. I mean, do they work as a temporary sort of thing at the moment? Sure. You know, by all means. But are they fixed? No. Yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know about backwards, but it just something ain't grooving. Sergeant Belson, how you doing? Well, thank you, Sarge. Thank you for dropping in. Hope your day goes by good today. Spartacus. Did I say hi to you already? If not, hello. Thanks for dropping in. Good to have you along. Yeah. As much as I want to do that scaled up version, I think we are SOL on that. All right. Hello, goodbye, goodbye. Well, thank you so much for the... Thank you for the $5 Canadian Super Chat. Much appreciated. You know what to do. Don't make me say it. 07 Harticus. Yeah, something bizarre. The build mechanic is currently, it needs help, and there's another patch and experimental right now, 5.74, I believe, and Captain Steve had a video on it this morning. That's how I found out about it. And if you don't know Captain Steve, get on that. Another person I hung out with back in the day. He used to do these really fun build challenges. We used to have like 10 minutes. That's the problem. Yes, he is. Captain is great. You know, before everybody got all known, except for myself, I couldn't do this as a living, unfortunately. You know, before the game actually really kind of got its stride where it is now, there weren't many builders. That, you know, there were a handful of us that were really into it. You know, creating the techniques and, you know, all that fun stuff. But you know, now, you know, time and people's lives, you know, I don't get to hang out with them as much, which is a bummer. That's why I'm really stoked to be able to hang out with DR and kind of, you know, build somewhere near him at this point, which is awesome. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's a. I bet you ER has a version of it on his channel. Some of the old. Do I have the Engine of Eden somewhere? Have you all seen the Engine of Eden? I mean, it's an old build. I mean, you've seen the Time Machine. I have that on my channel. I don't know if I have the Engine of Eden now. I don't know if I put that. I know, I think I found it, but I don't remember. Ah, all right. Remember how there was another base computer here before? It is not there now, which is a good thing. All right, what do I do with this? How do I make this better? Cooler, faster, stronger. All right, then we're gonna put something next to it. I'm thinking we need to go. I feel like I need something in that corner there. But we have that bit, you know, I wish I could get rid of this box so when I point, you know what I'm pointing at. How do we do that? There's got to be a way to make that work for me. I'll work on that later today. I mean, I could, we could cover that. Alicia Holloway, welcome. How are you today? We're just trying to figure out how to make this work, and you unfortunately have shown up right when I'm about to take my break. I gotta warm up my coffee. It's at that disgusting temperature. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Hot coffee, awesome. Iced coffee, awesome. Room temperature coffee, Satan's urine. Yeah, we need something in that corner there. Either we need to build off of that. Oh, my name, DJ, Dan Girlfriend logging in all the time on my phone. All right, no, all right, DJ, no worries. I'll try to remember, but I will probably forget. But welcome, DJ. Thank you for stopping in. We need something in that little area there between the, All right, we need something. I mean, again, we just started, so, we could put some stuff here, but I'm looking at it now going, all right, what do we need to do? I feel like this is kind of just a dead stop, which I don't dig. Yeah, do we get a big dead spot right here? Obviously we have one here. This one I think we can do something with. I think I'm gonna have to cut the terrain here a little bit, which is fine. We got this. Finish that bit there. We try a sideways one here. All right, we got to figure out what we're going to do with all that. There's a lot of dead space here. Just gonna, and not the cool game dead space. There's a lot of work ahead of us, my friends. How ER does this stuff in the time he does it, and anyone for that matter. You know me, I'm slow. Way too overcritical, way too picky. It's the bane and horribleness of my building existence here. Spent too much time trying to figure out how to make it be what I want it to be, even though I know it never will be. So, I think we're gonna do one here. We can drag this down too, we don't have to stay on this part. I mean, it is beneficial if we do, but we don't have to. We'll throw in a test pattern right here just to see what we like in that. Prefer not to cover those pipes. Figure out what we'll do with that then. That's the center there. We're gonna have to mill some terrain. Okay. Alright. Alright. If we gotta, we gotta. This is just what I don't. Because if I try to center this, then what ends up happening is we cut too far into that round bit, right? I'm just going to do a quick drop. Right, now, and this cuts into that. I don't know if we can make that work. Star Wizard, what's going on? Yeah, how's everyone today? We're doing good. Can't move this, however. Shoot. I would have to bring. Okay. All right. I'd have to make it off at that point, right? That's actually DJ Star Wizard. Got you, DJ. Yeah, so I can't move this because that is our. Oops. That's our center road. Oh, we got that here. Never mind. We got that. Never mind. Can I get away with that? How horribly off place does that look? I'm having all kinds of interesting issues. And that's crooked too. Son of a biscuit. Okay. I gotta fix that. The game is definitely not working to its best potential at the moment. Let's put it that way. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, we were just taking a look at some of the lighting a little while ago. The lighting is, has changed again without any notice or anything in the, I don't even know if I can find, discussions. Here we go. I'm gonna get up on the beta. Okay. Experimental branch. I don't see the number on this one. Where is it? Right-click on No Man's Sky from the Steam Library page and select Properties. Among the available tabs will be the Betas tab. Enter. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it with the 3 or if that was a mistype. Now, and a lot of them, as Captain Steve was saying, it's like they've had the same fixes in each one of these patches. Like the, where's the one? No, this looks like, yeah, the trace of metal one. And the other one, it's like it keeps. All right, let's go. Well, that's today. So yeah, this is another. Catherine, welcome. So there's another experimental branch coming out. And I'm going to get on experimental. I want to try it. Although I don't know if that's a good idea or not with my city and all. So I'm going to leave this up here for you. Wait a minute. 0307. Huh? 0407? Not sure what this means. That was 18 hours ago. All right, I'll leave this up for y'all. I'm gonna put on the be right back screen. I need to go warm up my coffee. I need to hit the need to take a bio break, stretch out here. And then we'll go back and try to finish, or at least get somewhere with that building that we're working on. They're trying to fix the same things, apparently. I think some of this stuff just, and again, there's nothing for build mechanic issues, and there are a few of them. I kind of want to go back to my R&D area to see if we experience that, where you're building within your base, computer limits, and then all of a sudden it says you're not in your base computer, then you reload and it's back. There's that, the light boxes, the light floors, the textures are still blurry. Turning on and off your power changes your colors in the light floors and boxes. We noticed that today. Yeah, this looks like the last one. All right, I'm going to try and get on experimental when we get back. I'm kind of curious about it. I don't know what's going on, Katrine. It's just, the build mechanic, and American Psycho said this years and years and years ago when I first started glitch building. Whenever we get an update, even though nothing was done with the build mechanic at all, nothing was added, changed, altered, whatever, it still gets broken due to, whatever it's attached to. Yes, this time we got some great new parts, so I kind of expected some stuff. I didn't think it was going to be this involved, but it unfortunately is. So, all right, I'm going to be right back. You know what I'm going to say. For those of you who got to get going, thank you so much for spending some of your time here. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and all that jive. For those of you sticking around, peel the peepers away from the screen for a few minutes. Get up, stretch out, get yourself a beverage, get a tasty snacky treat, do your bio break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, y'all, we'll see you shortly. You know how it is. Yeah, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. All right, we'll be right back. As soon as I can find the right button to hit here.
Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Raindrops tap, not a soul around. Everything's still and my mind's unwound. Shapes in the mist, colors so bright. Nip, nip haze, feels like midnight. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Raindrops tap, not a soul around. Everything's still and my mind's unwound. Shapes in the mist, colors so bright. Nip, nip haze feels like midnight. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing.
Alrighty, we're back. Hey, sir. Mike Obi-Wan, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Alright, yeah. I'll join experimental later. I won't bore you with all that. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should, to be honest with you. I don't know. Alright, let's get back to this. Something needs to go here. It's empty. Alright, do we add this? I gotta fix this, darn it. Alright, give me a second. Hey, Crimey, what's going on? Did I not say hi to you either? I'll live with that. No worries, ER. Thank you for... I don't like this, ER. It's not... I don't know if it... I do and I don't. But you can see it from the window. It's getting there. I don't know. I don't know, bro. What do you think? If you're still here. I know you gotta work, so... we went into your build, and actually all the freighter parts were connected. I could actually walk through, but you had a stairway that was being blocked by a part, which was kind of weird. And I have a feeling you didn't do that. I'm pretty sure you did. 'Cause I know you, and you wouldn't have let that happen. So something's funky on that. Joy Roth, good morning. All right, coffee's at a drinkable temperature. All right. Do we make this one? All right, let's make this one. I think we can cut down this way. Pink. We'll do another one over here. Here-ish. And we'll connect to that. And then we got to go in the other direction. And I got to figure out what I'm doing, because there's a lot of space here, and I haven't built in a cave in, years. So, yeah, I'm stoked to be working here, man. I am super stoked. All right, let's get this part done. I don't know if I like it. I do and I don't. You know me. I like it and I don't. It's a little, not quite what I want, but kind of what I want. I like the pipes, but again, you know, what we're doing here doesn't necessarily, we could cover every single bump and pipe in this, you know, and create a building, which is sort of where I'm at, but at the same time, not so much. And usually it's better to start with the top one and then kind of layer in the other one. Come on. Yeah, good enough for government work. Alrighty, let's see what we get out of that. Don't like that this doesn't turn like a wall would. It's a little nappy weirdness. Snappy weirdness? What do you mean? Exactly what it sounds like. Okay, I'm alright with that. Not perfect, but we can live with it. Hmm? Nay. Say nay. Yeah, see, that's lower. Okay. Change that. we are going to have to cut into the terrain. That is going to be necessary. Now we're going to have to also do a scaling, right? Otherwise we're going to be eating parts. Okay, we use this as a means to get down. Just a little work around that, and then we can kind of come off of that. We're going to switch over to, freighter bits at some point. I'm just doing a sketch, as we often do. The new ones. The best I can explain it. It's kind of okay. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's not great. We need more. I need to figure this one out. This is not. The scale on this is bigger than normal, so I'm having a little bit of an issue trying to make things work. But we'll get there. But these floor pieces are part of the new salvage structures. So we got the, your floor panels up here, and then you have your different wall types. And then what I think is really neat too is they added in these walls with the bits on it, which is kind of neat. Like that there, for example. And we need to get out to this section over here somehow. Boom. down that way at some point. And I have no clue yet what I'm going to be doing down there. This is, I'm hoping I didn't bite off more than I can chew, as they say. Sometimes I get in my head and I'm like, blah, 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 you know, I'm working next to ER, and that's, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, I want to take away from his coolness here, you know. Let's see, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. There's our center. 2, 3. Then we got to get a way down underneath, and that's going to create our problem. We're going to have to flatten some of this out. And we're going to need to start coming down on the freighter stairs at some point. Now I want a little bit of difference because we're not in a cave outside, so I don't want to necessarily, you know, do exactly what ER's got going there until I get into the underground, so that I can kind of match the two. And we also have to figure out how to get you know, that window into our build, which is a scaled version, and I believe so is this. Ooh, excuse me. What I can gather. Yeah, it's a scaled version. Okay. All right, that's not horrible. I think adding this in really helped. I think we're getting better. I think we're going to have to scoot around here, though. We're going to have to come out some, and then... And this is what I'm talking about over here. I don't like that you can't get around. So this is why I'm saying, like, I'm going to have to terrain edit some of that. Now, see, that's what I was afraid of. Scheiße. It's no good. You're no good. You're no good. You're no good. Baby, you're no good. Yeah, son of a biscuit. Damn it. Alright, so this isn't going to work, so now I got to redo that. Fluffernutter. Wah, sis, boom, bear. Alright, that's not gonna work. Unless I can do what? What can we do to make this work? Anything? Alright, gotta redo. Hate when I have to, but we got to. That's not gonna cut it. That just not gonna fly, my friends. But if we do this, might have a better shot at it. And then we could take that. We can actually bring this around a little bit and carry another one over, cut through the terrain again. But now, if you start with the one on the top, then when you blend in your other one on the bottom, you can kind of cover some of your garbage. All right, now we're going to do some manual placement. Okay. We have no choice. Low down gaming. What's going on? How you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Now, kind of to repeat, this is a part eater, okay, doing this. I'm going to have to kind of comb it later and see. No worries, Lowdown. What do you mean I've really gotten into NMS? I've always been into NMS. As everyone knows, I am a day one. So, yeah. I've been into NMS since NMS. Depths, what's going on? And they added new build parts, so of course I'm here. You can give me new build parts and not expecting it. Go crazy with them. Oh, Sons of the Forest, yeah. Yeah. I did that for a bit. Yeah. That was an interesting game. Both Hellboy and I got into that for a little bit. Is he on vacation still, Hellboy? Find out. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, no, I've been playing No Man's Sky since day one. It has long been my favorite game, despite some of the issues we. I'm gonna have to cut it a normal time today, and we still have tomorrow. Yeah, I got some stuff I got to get done today. So unfortunately, I am not going to be able to prolong it like yesterday. But life has its way of being life. True. I do tend to gripe when it's gripe worthy. Unfortunately, we've had quite a bit of that recently. With the new update, but in all fairness, they did do a lot of major changes, and with that comes, what we're experiencing, which is some issues. But they've been, working on patches, and they're definitely, putting in the effort as always to try to fix these things. And they get to it, there's a lot to this game, and this game has been constantly evolving over the years. So to, have, the issues we've been having lately, it's just par for the course. I'm just hoping that they get to, they get to these things. For the build mechanic at some point, I'd really like to see, that come into see, this is where I was an idiot. Right here, but it ends. Oh, thank you, Loda. It's you probably haven't seen the R&D where I was taking an idea I saw from someone and then kind of doing my version of it. Kind of like this weird little cut through here. I really want to do something with it. Maybe we'll have a back entrance into it from here. Kind of a secret path. Alright, let's do a save, and then I'm going to show Lowdown Game. Where these ideas spawned from with these new parts. I think we're going to have to bring this out a little bit and then over. So this is our initial, it's like our R&D. Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to use Pinterest every once in a while for, like, you know, ideas, not necessarily like full-on reference, but hey, you shouldn't be there. What are you doing? Hey, what the heck? Alright, terrain's being odd. We're not going to have to go check the city to make sure that terrain in the city isn't acting up again. This should not be like this. It's not like it before at all. They built specifically above things, but no. Apparently it has changed in some way. Do I not have a way over here? I don't. Well, we're gonna have to fix that problem. But essentially, this is what I've been working on or noodling with. Thank you. Appreciate that. But that's where what I'm doing now, that's where that came from. So there you have it. That's kind of what we've been noodling around with lately. These new parts are really neat. Got great texture, great, just really neat parts. Very, very pleased that we have them. Oh, this one? It's hard to say. Couple of streams. And I'm notoriously slow. And we're already past upload point here, so, it is what it is. About a few hours. Couple, 2, 3. I just don't want to delete this yet. I should, because it's just parts. At the same time, I'm like, I don't want to delete it yet. That was just a little fun thing I did. Hey, what are you doing? Huh? What do you think you're doing? Snapping at me right there, huh? Yeah, the terrain altered. Let's try something. Let's try a reload. I'm curious. Not one thing, it's another. AFS. Always frickin' something. Bam. Yeah, thank you. That was a whole other build, actually. I tore it all out just to put this here. Pardon me. Very tired recently. Getting a little on the sleepy side of things. Alright, let's take a look. I'm hoping a reload will do something, but it may or may not. And in fact, has not. Okay. You're killing me, Sean. Yeah, alright, we gotta go check the city. Damn it. The train has not done this in a bit, so I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. It's like, once you cleared, it should be gone, but I also am currently past my terrain limits. But that didn't really seem to be an issue. Alright, we gotta quit out of this to mode select. Yes. Now remember, we deleted a bunch of stuff recently. We deleted that whole section over there, leaving that one building. Alright, this seems to be retaining itself pretty well at this moment. Check the subway area. Yeah, okay. Alright, so unfortunately just in our newer spots, this is bumming me out. The amount of work it took me to get these things to work like this, and for them to dim that piece out now, like my favorite signs are like not working anymore. That's one of the things that kills me about this game sometimes. It's like, you know, you spend hours and hours trying to figure something out, and then they make one change, and it, pardon my language, but it fucks everything. Yeah, I don't swear a lot, but when I do, you know there's a reason. You know, hours, you know, coming up with designs and trying to do something different, you know, with the limited parts and things, you know, and then, you know, one piece they change and it completely ruins what you've done. Again, pardon my language. Like this, for example. You know, that used to be, you know, I don't even know if I can fix these at this point. If I remember correctly, that is buried within buried in another part. So for me to try to get to that is impossible. This one I might be able to fix. Alright, you know what? I'm here. But now it sticks out too far. And even then it doesn't... Yeah, no. I need a crowbar to whack myself in the head. That bums me out, man. Really starting to piss me off to no end. Yeah, it's, you know, it just really, especially this build, which you know, it's taken me so, you know, years to put this together. Might as well check this while we're here. We're here, might as well. Turn on the power. Clean energy, you can even walk in it. Well, at least that's still working for the most part. Yep, like a bunch of my signs are not. Thank you, Kroger. A bunch of my signs are not working properly because I use that Gek hologram for a bunch of stuff, and this one was a main feature right here. This is like one of the big billboards in this, in the center of the city. All the colors have altered, like everything I put in here, lighting and color-wise is now altered, and I'm gonna rebuild some of it. Unfortunately, I'll have to, but it was not what I wanted. I had what I wanted. So now we're gonna add, some of the new parts over here, in order to fill in space with some larger parts, but then, we're gonna have other fun issues as well. But, we're going to take some of what we've been doing now with these new parts, bring it over here, fill in some of the, negative space, and hopefully, kind of fill in some of the stuff I've been wanting to fill in. And since we deleted a bunch of parts to, make room, that should give us... Actually, what are we at for part count now that I deleted all that? We got about 400 and something parts. 423-ish. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're 15,221. Oh. We got like 1,000 parts we can work with. No, we don't. We didn't get to 16. We have about 700 at the moment. 720-ish parts that we picked up just by deleting, what we had over there. So we should be able to fill in these gaps pretty easily now. Did I go to experimental? Not yet. I'm going to do that afterwards. I'm going to do it when later on today, I'll jump on experimental. And if I notice anything, I'll probably stream again tonight, but that's only if I notice anything. But yeah, I do want to get on that experimental. What up, Flurb? Just making sure Flurb's still flurbing. Make sure my waterfall still kind of looks like a waterfall, even though the colors have changed. Just getting out. This is the kind of stuff that freaking irks me, you know. Now, like, all the work I did, because they changed things, lighting-wise, it now doesn't look like what I put in. You know, and that, I'm not moving any of this. There's no freaking way I'm rebuilding this. This was a nightmare to begin with. You know, I'd have to start basically from scratch. And there's no bloody way I'm going to do that. I mean, it's the parts in here were specifically, you know, buried to, you know, do what I have, what you see here, you know. So we'll leave it alone, obviously, for now, in case, you know, they change things back to the way it should be. But yeah, the lighting is so different right now that, you know, it's changed things a bit, unfortunately. Did you, are you on experimental, Katrine? Did you see any differences? I know, what Captain Steve was reading this morning, it didn't look like they did anything to the build mechanics, so, I have a feeling it is, pretty much what we already know. I gotta go through and start deleting some stuff to gain some terrain manipulation back, two, just to kind of clean up for parts. All right. Oh, yeah, it's been 3 hours. All right, so coming in and landing here. Let's see what happens when we go over to ER's landing pad here. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. I can't believe it doesn't render the antenna from this distance. Like 56 units, and then it renders in. All right, we're kind of getting somewhere. I wish, you know, okay, so this is kind of one of the things that has been irking me about one of the update bits. All right, right? Excuse me. They added the Euclid, or the galaxy that you're in with the glyphs, which is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving that. I don't have to fly out into space when somebody's like, what galaxy are you in? And I'm like, geez, I don't remember. Um, you know, then you got to stop what you're doing, fly out, you know, get into the star map and go, oh, okay, I'm in, you know, whatever galaxy you're in. Part count, please. We've been asking since almost day one. So that you know when to stop building, you know, or go, okay, this is a good spot for me to upload. You know, instead of just like base uploadable. Yeah, how about right there, next to that, part count. If it counts what you are over and tells you what you're over, as we've seen in both, you know, the builds that I'm over, then see where I'm going with this? Like, just come on. What is the major malfunction? I'm sure it's got to be possible. It has to be possible. No. One, two, three. And glitching has become a timing problem. I think a part count would, like, seriously, benefit, you know, in terms of, I mean, we know. I don't even need to talk about it. Everyone knows it. We've been needing it for day one of building, really. But again, if it calculates and tells you when you are over, then it should be able to calculate it before you get there and just show you, you know, bump, 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 bump. And that way, when you're, instead of, you know, building a bunch of cubes and, you know, going, oh shoot, I've hit my mark, you know, and then you got to go start deleting your cubes. It's just, that's a waste of time and effort and energy. When all that needs to happen is clack, part count. So something, you know, and again, Zendesk, ask for it. We need to start getting on that again. I think builders need to start Zendesking a lot more. I think we just get too lost in building and forget to do it, although I did do a list recently and sent it out and was like, we need part count, or not part count, but you know, our current issues fixed. And then I also asked, please bring back the spinning terbium growth, because I missed that. Some of the cool stuff we used to do with that. It's like, again, like, don't take away. You know, I totally... Right on, Jay. Congratulations. I could use that. Be able to take some time or be able to take some time off and quit my job for a minute while I'm looking for another one. Paying my rent and everything, you know what I mean? My job currently, I'm the most hostile environment I've ever worked in. It is so crazy. Make some minor adjustments with that, but and again, things that we've asked for that, I really feel that should be a thing. One, allowing freighter parts to be built on terrain, especially with the new parts, they just really work well together. There's no reason that they shouldn't be able to. We've proven time and time again that these things work. Hey, sound author. I gotta be careful because I need to get going shortly here. It kind of sucks, but real life, unfortunately, sometimes just gets in the damn way. And one of these days, I'll actually get. I still have yet to play RoboCop. It was like $5-6 on the summer sale on Steam, and I grabbed it. What the hell? How does that do that? Gotta be hitting a button I'm not realizing. But we will be on tomorrow in the morning as usual. We might end up having to go a little bit late though, or starting late tomorrow. I won't know for certain till the day. I have a feeling this is going to end up giving me a base computer shit. Not removable, son of a biscuit. Please tell me I can reload the autosave and have that not be there. If it is, I'm just gonna call it. I was making an attempt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. That right there told me enough. That's gonna bring me all the way back to... That's fine. I'm alright with that, actually. I just wanted to see if some of that would work anyway. Alright. I need to get going, unfortunately. I got some real-life humdrum stuff to deal with today. Congratulations, Shay. I'm so stoked for you. I think everyone needs some fortune like that these days. Alright, we did... Yeah, we got somewhere done with this. I think I can kind of take this and bring it out and wrap it around. And we'll figure that out. But I think we are getting somewhere, at least. We can probably even do the same here. We'll bring this out a little bit more. We'll bring it and breach it into another building or something over there. But I think all in all, we are starting to get somewhere with this. Hopefully ER likes it. Let's delete that right there. You need to go. Done with you. You need to go. I am going to hit up the experimental today, I think. And try and get part of that, so when they come out, I can, Thank you, Grammy. Yeah, we'll see. Thank you all. I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. I hope you have the luck of the J today. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning, our same time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Is there anyone streaming that we can raid here? Hold on, let me take a look before we take off here. See on my stuff, see if I see anybody. Captain Steve's doing Helldivers 2. I don't see anyone doing No Man's Sky at the moment. But if you want to go check out some Captain Steve doing some Helldivers, go check that out. I'm kind of curious of that game. I might even look into it. I haven't played a shooter in a long time. If I get the energy and I am feeling up for it, I'm going to maybe do some RoboCop tonight. We'll see. I don't know a time, and I don't know for certain, but keep an eye on that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. It'll let you know. And also join the Discord. That should let you know as well. I want to thank ER again for allowing me to build here. Hopefully I don't ruin his beautiful build. People come in and be like, oh, what's that garbage? And they go into his underground. Wow, this is really cool. Why did you let this dude build over here? Hopefully we'll be able to, have a nice, cohesive build somehow. That's the plan anyway. All right, y'all. Until next time, this has been me. You know that weirdo Kevin C here at Action Pants Gaming. Wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and Starship Grease. Get your action pants on. Get out there. Start building some wild and wacky stuff. All right, y'all. Until next time, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and all that jazz. Enjoy the rest of your day, y'all. Take care. Peace. Bye, everybody.
Action Pets Gaming.
Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, laid back. No stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, throwing parts. Crafting all night, get ready to build, get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right.